What if I told you that there were 5 methods to help you take your English to the next level and speak like an advanced English speaker? Well, there are, and I'm going to give them to you today. I'm Teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, today we're going to look at 5 methods to help you practice and speak like an advanced English speaker. So let's get right to it and jump right in. All right, so the first method is talk about things you do throughout your day. For this method, you will focus on your personal life. Things you normally do throughout the day, eating or meeting friends or work. These are things that you do on a regular basis. Now, you will look for ways to describe your daily routine in English, and you're going to create multiple sentences. For example, if I chose to speak about when I eat breakfast in the morning, well, I want to make multiple sentences. I usually eat oatmeal. I like to eat at the table. I like to also drink orange juice when I am eating my oatmeal. Okay? Simple sentences describing something that I do in my day or during my day. Okay? Now, here are some benefits. First, it helps you think in English all day. As an English learner, this is one of the main problems you probably have. Having to think in English and going back and forth. Well, if you're constantly thinking in English, even if it's just making simple sentences, this will help you think in English throughout the day. All right. The next benefit is it helps you expand your vocabulary because you're going to start thinking of ways to describe certain things you do throughout your day. And finally, the next benefit is it helps you use what you learn. Now, how can you do this? So in the morning, talk about what you usually eat for breakfast. Like I mentioned, I eat oatmeal for breakfast, usually on a regular basis. Then you can say, let's say on your way to work, talk about the different people you see. I just spoke with one of my good friends who lives in Korea, and she was telling me about some individuals she saw on the bus while she was riding to work. Okay? Or at your desk. When you're at your desk, you can talk about the projects you are working on. You can think about the projects and very quietly say, this is a very difficult project. Or you can say, I need to finish this project by tomorrow. Start thinking in English. Hold on. Who had a cough? Start thinking in English throughout the day about what you're doing. Or in the afternoon, talk about the chat you had with your friend. And even in the evening, talk about the date you went on. If I was going to speak about my day, I would talk about my exercise routine. I love exercising. And as you can see, I love riding my bike as well. But today it was a little bit difficult. So I could describe this situation like this. Riding my bike this morning was not easy. Or I can say, it was really difficult to finish my workout this morning. All right, now moving on to number 2, the second method. Shadow and repeat natural English phrases. Now, many of you have messaged me or put in the comments how much you like this method of shadowing or copying someone. So pay very close attention, all right? For this method, you will focus on copying other native English speakers. You will look for different videos and audio files that interest you. And I always say, look for something that you are interested in, because when you're copying, you're not only copying what you hear, you're actually also taking the information in and connecting it with information you already have in your brain. Remember, in your own native language, you talk about your interests on a regular basis. So those connections are already in your brain. Now you're just adding another connection with the words or expressions in English. All right. So what are the benefits? There are 3 benefits. First, it helps you improve your pronunciation. Again, by listening to me and watching me, when you start to shadow me, your pronunciation will also improve. The same will happen with the other videos and audio clips that you find. Next, this can also help you gain more confidence. And finally, it will help you improve your intonation. All right. So how do you do this? First, find videos on YouTube about topics that interest you. And again, I say YouTube, but you can find videos wherever you would like. If you want to find them on Netflix, maybe you have a Netflix account, that's fine. Just find a video where you can watch and copy someone. Or of course, an audio clip is okay too. All right. Or you can find an English podcast and repeat the phrases you hear. I tell my VIP students in my academy, I give them some example podcasts that really help them understand how we as native English speakers speak on a regular basis. Or you can find English movies, Instagram videos, and even practice dialogues in a group. All right, so the workout is done. It was rough. So now what I'm coming to do is I like to kind of eat a snack, and I usually like to eat apples. But we're talking about repeating phrases and things that you learn throughout the day in English. So a phrase or expression is throw something together. So right now, let me show you when I switch the camera. Right now, you see right here, I have apple and strawberries. So I'm going to throw something together. Now, throw something together just means to kind of put something together randomly. So I'm not making a specific dish, but I'm just throwing something together. So for me, the phrase that I'm repeating, or I may have shadowed someone that used the expression, throw something together. All right, now moving on to number 3. Method number 3 is create or participate in an English challenge. Now for this method, you will focus on a 30, 60, or 90-day English challenge. Now again, the day is not really as important, but I always like to say a certain period of time because your brain needs time to accept the information, process it, and then regurgitate or produce it or bring it out. So 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. These are really good periods of time for you to kind of start a challenge or create or participate in a challenge, okay, an English challenge. Now, you will look for something specific that will enhance your skills. So maybe you need help with pronunciation, or maybe you need help with English expressions. You pick the skill you want to improve. Now, here are the benefits. First, it helps you improve a specific skill. Next, it helps you focus on a goal. And finally, it helps you learn faster. When you have a determination, when you are focused on one thing for a specific period of time, you will get better in that one thing. All right. So how do you do this? Here we go. First, decide on a specific skill you want to improve. Then pick a specific period of time. Again, 30, 60, or 90 days. Then you're going to get a notebook and chart your progress. For example, use a new descriptive word every single day. Let's say I'm talking about food. I can say delicious food. Well, I learned delicious today. Tomorrow I learn scrumptious right on the screen. Scrumptious. And the following day I learn appetizing food. So again, you want to create your own challenge. All right, so this method of setting an English challenge is so good because it helps you to focus on a specific task or goal for a certain period of time. For example, right now I am heading to the store, but let's say my 30-day challenge was I want to learn a new expression or a vocabulary word to describe what I'm doing. So instead of heading to the store, let's say I'm going to swing by the store, or I'm going to run to the store. So again, every single day for a 30-day period, I'm going to learn a new expression and also a new vocabulary word. Now, so again, I'm running to the store, but I wanted to tell you something really quickly because Lingoda is the sponsor of this video. That's right, Lingoda, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. And they actually have a challenge for you guys. Now, this is a 90-day challenge. It's a sprint. They call it a language sprint. And what happens is for this 90-day period, you are going to learn many different things in English. You can choose English or you can just choose business English as well. Now, what's going to happen with this challenge is every day you're going to learn something new. Each class comes with 3 students, usually around 3 students and a teacher. So you're going to have the opportunity to learn a lot. All right, but here's what makes this language sprint so awesome, this challenge. You see, this 90-day challenge, if you participate every single day, you get 100% of your money back. That's exactly right. Lingoda is awesome. They want to see you achieve all of your goals, and they want to see you do well in this challenge. So again, if you actually participate every single day, you get all of your money back at the end of the challenge. So for 90 days, if you follow the steps, you attend class anytime and anywhere, you'll get your money back at the end of the 90 days. So again, Lingoda, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Remember, you can join. There are only a few spots, so click the link in the description and use the coupon code. There have been over 25,000 students who have participated in this language sprint in the past, and I can't wait to see you guys really accomplish your goals. So again, Lingoda, thank you so much for this challenge. All right, so our next method is method number 4, timed reading out loud over and over. For this method, you will focus on speaking faster by improving your reading skills. You will look for posts, books, and time yourself as you read them. So again, posts or books. Now, this is a method that I really like because it helped me a lot as well. So you're going to find something to read. Now, when you're reading something in English, it can be a little bit tricky. I experienced the same difficulties when I was actually studying Korean. Sometimes it was difficult to read. I could understand, but reading was a little bit difficult. So when I timed myself, I could tell which words I was having trouble with. And then I could try to practice those words. And the next time I would time myself and improve little by little. All right. So what are the benefits? Here we go. It helps you gain more confidence. It helps you improve your pronunciation. And it helps you improve your vocabulary. So along with improving your speaking skills, like your ability to speak faster, you're also improving the sound. People will be impressed with the way you speak and the way you sound when you speak in English. All right. So how do you do this? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you. First, pick an English post or book. Then set your timer for 60 seconds. Now, again, remember, you can choose the amount of time. I'm just putting 60 seconds as an example, okay? See how much you read in 60 seconds and then do it again, but try to read the same amount in 55 seconds. Try to improve your time by 5 seconds each time. Alexa, set timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
All right, so one thing about this method of using timed reading to help your speaking fluency and to help you speak faster or to speak like an advanced native English speaker, the important thing is you want to constantly be improving. So if your timer is set the first time at 30 seconds, then the next time you either want to shorten that time or you want to actually read faster or read more. Now, as you can tell, 30 seconds may seem like a long time. I've been talking to you throughout this video and the timer just went off. Alexa, stop. So again, you can decide how long you want to time yourself, but each time push yourself and get better. All right, now moving on to method number 5. Find a partner and pick one English topic. Now, for this method, you will focus on speaking longer about a specific topic. This is why a partner is so good, because you and your partner can go back and forth. Now, you will look for topics that interest you and then discuss them with your partner. Now, why is this so good? The first benefit is it helps you improve your fluency. Again, by going back and forth, you have to listen and respond to what is being said. You and your partner will help each other, right? Next, it helps you master English conversation. And finally, it helps you think more in English. Now, how do you do this? First, find an English study partner. Remember, you can find a partner online, even in the comment section. A lot of you in my past videos started commenting and saying, hey, I'd like a partner. Here's my WhatsApp number. Do that. You never know who you can find. Now, again, students in my academy, they automatically get a partner when they're a VIP member. But again, you can find a partner somewhere, anywhere, just make an effort. All right. So find a partner. Then you're going to pick a topic to discuss. Then you're going to go online and find discussion questions for the topic. There are so many questions. All you have to do is, it got me again, guys. Let's get some water. Hold on 1 second. Now, again, this is something that's really, I can't get this open, guys. Hold on. This is real time. Finally got it open. Hold on. Sometimes when we talk a lot, we have to get some water. All right. So again, sometimes when you're online and you're trying to find questions, you may see that it's kind of difficult. But I'll tell you a trick. Go to Google, type the topic, and you just say questions about ... Discussion questions about ... And you will see a ton of questions pop up that you can discuss with your partner. Okay? All right. Now, then you're going to give your opinion and ask your partner questions. Try to do this as often as possible. All right. So this method of finding a partner and picking a specific topic is amazing. You see, when I was studying Korean, I lived in Korea. So I was surrounded by Koreans all the time. I heard Korean more than I heard English. But I live in America now, and there really aren't any Koreans around me. But I do have a partner. One of my closest Korean friends, what we would do is every week, now we don't do this now because we're both busy, but for a period of time, we would take the Korean Bible, this is the Korean Bible, and we would discuss the Bible once a week. So for the first part of our meeting, our get together, we would talk only in Korean, and it would help me with my Korean speaking skills and my listening skills. And then for the other half, we'd speak in English to help her with her speaking skills and her listening skills. Now, I really, really enjoy this time. Now, we still speak once or twice or 3 times a week, but we don't do this anymore. But she's still like a partner when it comes to my language learning because I'm able to ask her questions and she can ask me questions. And our friendship is much deeper than that. But again, you can find a partner. Maybe it's not your close friend, but you can find a partner even by typing in the comment section. If you want a partner, find a partner who you can study with a specific topic. And I guarantee it's going to help your English speaking skills improve very fast. All right, now you know the 5 methods that will help take your English to the next level and help you become an advanced English speaker. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to join Lingoda's Language Sprint. The link is right in the description. Don't miss your opportunity. Sign up. And remember, if you participate for all 90 days, you will get 100% of your money back, but you have to participate. All right, so click the link in the description. All right, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you in our next lesson. But as always, remember to speak English. Guess what? It's story time. I said it's story time. All right. Now, last time I changed it up a little bit and a lot of you said, teacher, no. We want story time at the end. So I brought it back just for you. Now, today's story is good. So when I was younger, I was very, very adventurous. I had no fear. And one of my favorite things to do was ride bikes. I mean, I would do tricks on the bikes. I would ride with my friends for hours and hours. I loved cycling. I loved riding my bike. Now, this passion and love for riding bikes continued, and I still actually love riding bikes. As you noticed in the beginning of the video, you saw me riding this morning. But when I was in college, it was my first time actually riding a road bike. Now, road bikes have thinner wheels, right? They're meant for riding on the road, but they have thinner wheels. When I was younger, I mostly rode mountain bikes. They have thicker tires and you can kind of be a little bit more rough with them. You know, kids are rough. So anyways, when I was in college, one of my good friends, he and I started riding bikes together. We would go on 3, 4, 5 hour trips together. And he also had a road bike. Now, he told me one day, he said, Tiff, hey, let's go take a ride. I said, okay. And there was a mountain. So I lived in Alabama and there was a mountain called Mount Say No, right? Mount Say No. He said, Tiff, let's ride up the mountain. He said it would be a really good workout. I said, okay. Again, always up for a challenge, never scared, always ready for an adventure. I said, no problem. I'm in shape. We can go up this mountain. No problem at all. Now, it was a little bit challenging. Going up the mountain was a little bit challenging. But what I didn't expect was the challenge coming down the hill. Now, again, remember I said when I was younger, I loved riding bikes and I would fly, which means go fast. I would fly down the hill whenever I rode my bike. So again, I was in my 20s and I felt, hey, I'm still young. I'm still adventurous. When I was riding with my friend, I said, I'm not scared of speed. But it was a little bit different. So he and we went up the mountain. Again, it was a little bit difficult. And he said, now, Tiff, we're going to come down this mountain really fast. He said, you have to be careful. I said, okay. Again, I'm a careful, I like adventure and I like, speed, but I'm safe. I said, don't worry, I got it. He said, no, Tiff, we're going to be going super fast and there are lots of curves and, winding roads. I said, okay. He said, so, make sure you ride your brakes even though you're coming down the hill. He said, you're not going to need to pedal. I said, okay. So we start, to descend. We start going down and I start feeling, the wind blowing in my face. I said, oh yeah, baby. I was loving it. And then all of a sudden, I said, wait a minute, I'm going a little bit faster than I want to go. I was trying to pump the brakes, but the brakes, they weren't doing anything. It was kind of like the pavement was laughing at me like, your brakes don't mean nothing, girl. And I was flying. Now, I don't know what you all use in your country, but I was going 40 miles an hour. That is super fast. I was going like the speed of a car going down this hill, 40 miles an hour. And I was coming up to a curve and I can still remember this moment like it was yesterday. So I was coming down 40 miles an hour and there was this really sharp curve, and my friend was in front of me and I could see him look back basically to check on me to make sure I was okay, because right behind me there was a car. Now I'm flying and this car is also flying and we both have to make this turn, this curve, right? And I said, Lord, please help me. Again, I was having a good time, but I was a little bit scared. So I come on the curve, and if you slam on your brakes too hard, you'll kind of, swerve and you'll fall. If I fell, I was going to get hit by the car. I said, Lord, what am I going to do? So I started tapping the brakes. I was still going 40 miles an hour. So I'm coming down, I'm flying, and I'm turning. And as I'm turning, I see the car right next to me. And it was kind of like we both were like, well, we hope this all turns out all right. So I swung now, of course, the car was fine. The car made it around the curve. And I swung around the curve and I didn't fall, but I swung around the curve and it was like time stood still. And I slowed down and my friend looked back at me and said, are you okay? I said, whoa, I'm okay. I realized I had made it. It was exciting. It was exhilarating. I was nervous in the moment, but I said, okay, I like cycling, but riding down hills is not the same when you're older. So again, as you can see, I made it out safely. I'm totally okay. But yeah, that was a very interesting experience and I will never forget it. I don't know. Do you guys like cycling? If you guys like cycling, let me know. As you can see, I still enjoy it. I was riding at my home when I did a video earlier. I was riding downstairs, but tell me if you guys like cycling. All right. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time and I'll talk to you next week.